is this beautiful edge featuring groups of double crochets together and double crochets. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the 2-row bubbles edging. I'll be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. Okay, so for the design, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 6 plus 5. In my case, I have 23 chains. We're going to start with row 1. For row 1, we're going to start by skipping 7 chains and then doing 1 double crochet into the next. So you skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into the next, a double crochet. This chain 7 that you skipped is going to count as a double crochet and chain 2 spaces in between. Now we're going to chain 1, which begins the row repeat, the chain 1. Then you're going to skip 2 chains and then work a shell into the next chain. So for a shell, you're basically going to be doing a double crochet 2 together, then 1 double crochet and another double crochet 2 together, all into the same chain. So we're skipping 2 chains, 1, 2, into the next, working a shell. So we're going to start with a double crochet 2 together, yarn over, into the chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop right there. Do that again, yarn over, into that chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop right there. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And this is your double crochet 2 together. Now into the same chain, we want to do a double crochet. And now into the same chain, another double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, into the chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Do that again, yarn over, into the same chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And this here is going to be our shell stitch. It's a double crochet 2 together, double crochet 2 together, all into the same stitch or chain. Continuing the repeat, we are going to chain 1, skip 2 chains, and I always like mentioning this when you're working on your foundation chain. If you work multiple stitches into one chain, the next one gets kind of tight. So you want to make sure that you're careful with that because you could skip it, like you could miss it by accident. So here we're skipping 2 chains, meaning this one that's tight and the next one. Into the next, we are going to be doing 1 double crochet. And that is the end of the repeat. We can go back to the beginning of it. The repeat starts by chaining 1, skipping 2 chains, and into the next working a shell stitch. A shell stitch is a double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, pull through 2 and stop, and do that twice. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, double crochet into the same chain, and then another double crochet 2 together into the same chain. And I'm doing these faster because I already explained how to make this earlier. Three loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that is my shell stitch. Continuing the repeat, we chain 1, skip 2 chains, making sure you're skipping the one that's tight and the next one, and into the next a double crochet. And that there is the end of the repeat. If you have more stitches, go back to the beginning of the repeat and do it as many times as you need. In my case, I'm at the end of the row here, and you're going to be left with 3 chains when you're there. So you're going to chain 2, skip the last 2 chains, skip like the third to last, second to last, and into the last one, you're going to do your final double crochet. Now this here is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to start with a chain 5, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. So chain 5 and flip your work. Now we're going to be skipping the first double crochet and then doing 1 double crochet into the next. So you skip this one here, into the next, a double crochet. Now we chain 2. Now we're going to start the row repeat. We're going to be working what we're going to call a group over the next shell. So your shell consists of 3 stitches, which is going to be the double crochet 2 together, the double crochet, and the other double crochet 2 together. That's 3 stitches. And across these 3 stitches, we're going to be doing what's called a group. And that's basically just going to be a bunch of double crochets together. So I'll show you. Yarn over, go into the first stitch of the shell, which is a double crochet 2 together. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, and stop right there. We're going to go into the same stitch, yarn over, into the same stitch, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. So you have 2 legs of the double crochet in the first stitch. Now we're going to move on to the next, yarn over, into the next stitch, which is the double crochet of the shell. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook and 1 leg of the double crochet into this stitch. Now into the next and final stitch of the shell, you want to do 2 legs of double crochets. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. Yarn over into the same stitch, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. So now we have 6 loops on our hook, and you've got 2 legs of double crochet in the first stitch, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, for a total of 6 double crochet legs. 5 double crochet legs and 6 loops on your hook. So we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And this is what we're going to be calling a group stitch. It's 5 double crochets together across 3 stitches, 2, 1, and 2. Continuing the repeat, we chain 2 and do 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet. And then we chain 2. And that there ends the repeat. This is what's going to give you that shape that's kind of like going this way from one side and the other way from the other side. A little bit of a diamond shape. So now we can go back to the beginning of the repeat. I'm going to do it once again with you to really clarify what that group stitch is. We're going to yarn over, go into the first stitch of the shell, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Do that again into the same stitch. Yarn over, same stitch, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to go into the next stitch, yarn over, into the next stitch, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. 4 loops on your hook. Now we're going to move on to the next stitch of the shell, yarn over, into that stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over into the same stitch, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. So now you have 6 loops on your hook. You have 5 legs of double crochet across 3 stitches, 2, 1, and 2. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops on your hook. And that is your group stitch. Continuing the repeat, we chain 2, do 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 2 to finish the repeat. If you have more stitches to get through, you want to go ahead and go back to the beginning of the repeat. In my case, I'm at the end. So once you do your final chain 2 here, you're going to be skipping 2 of the chains of the turning chain, and into the next, you're going to work your final double crochet. And now this here is the end of row 2. You can go ahead and cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. Okay, here we have it. This is super cute. You can see that kind of a diamond. It's more of like an oval shape from the, the double crochets together and double crochets that you work. And then you get those columns kind of surrounding it. Super simple, but really beautiful detail. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.